Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Arch with Imran. I'm Imran and today I have a slightly different video for you guys. Now, I absolutely love my tech and through lockdown I've slowly been building my dream student setup and it's finally done. Everything in this video has been bought by me and I'll try leave Amazon links in the description. Now, these don't cost you any extra if you use them, but they help support the channel, so if you do, thank you. Now, quick disclaimer, the purpose of this video is not to show off. If anything, it's me showing my passion with you guys, and hopefully it inspires some of you to work on your setups. Let's get into it. So, starting off with the PC that powers this setup. I've recently built it and I've designed it with the intention to upgrade it in the future. It's got a Ryzen 7 3700X, which is 8 core and 16 thread. Now, Ryzen likes really fast RAM, so I've got 4 sticks of 8GB to make 32 gigs of DDR4 3600 MHz RAM. The motherboard is a B450 Gaming Plus. I was going to go for Tomahawk, but unfortunately it was sold out at the time. I've also got a Western Digital 1TB NVMe M.2 SSD, and this has got my OS on and all of my programs, and it's super fast. And I also have 5TB of hard drive for storage. Now, the GPU powering this is a 6GB 2060 overclocked edition from Gigabyte, and I've also manually overclocked it because I use this graphics card to mine when I'm not on my PC. Finally, it's got a 750W EVGA power supply and an NZXT H510K. Now, connected to this PC, I have 2 monitors. On the top, I have a 27-inch IPS panel with 1 millisecond response and 60Hz refresh rate. It's UHD and I've mounted it upside down on a cheap arm because the bezel at the top is smaller than the bottom. Below that sits the centerpiece to my whole setup. It's one of my recent biggest purchases, a Samsung CR9. Now, this monitor is an absolute beast. It's 49 inches and it's 5120 by 1440p. This is the exact same as 2 UHD monitors stuck together. It's also got 120Hz refresh rate and it's got loads of awesome features like HDR and P by P. Now, this is picture by picture and allows me to put 2 display inputs on the screen at once, and I occasionally plug my Mac into it and have it on the left side to quickly look at photography that I've been editing on the go. To the right of my monitor, I've got a cheap mic arm that I got off Amazon, and on that I have my Samsung G-Track. This is what I use for Zoom calls and for recording these videos. Next to this, I've also got my Focusrite Solo, which is connected to my speakers. Now, I am a little bit of an audiophile and I'm quite picky about my music, so I've chosen to go with 2 PreSonus Aeris E5 studio monitors. I've got these because they're amazing audio accuracy as well as their good price tag. Those are also plugged into a PreSonus Sub 8 that's behind the monitor, and that's an 8-inch subwoofer with a low pass filter on. This basically means that any audio below 80Hz only goes through the subwoofer, giving it a richer sound. Now, also plugged into these speakers is my vinyl player. Sat in front of my computer, I have an Audio-Technica LP60X and a small collection of vinyls that I'm slowly building. If you guys have any recommendations for vinyls I should get, please leave them in the comments and I'd love to read them. Now, on top of this Focusrite, I've simply Blu-tacked a USB hub that's got a card reader in it. Now, when I'm in a rush, it's really easy to quickly drop images onto my PC. My drone, which is a Mavic Mini, has micro SD and my camera uses SD, so it's great that it's got ports for both of them. Now, a question I get a lot is the camera I use. Now, I use a Canon EOS R mirrorless. I've recently upgraded this from my 220D. Now, it's an expensive camera, but I use it for photography and videography, so it's worth it for me. I also use a 50mm f1.8, also known as the Nifty 50, which is how I get these really nice blurry backgrounds. Now, going on to my peripherals, I've got an MX Master. This is one of my most favourite mice and I've had it for a really long time. It is the Model 1 and I intend to upgrade this in the future. Some of my favourite features are the horizontal scroll wheel, the forward and back buttons on the side, and the free scroll wheel. This is really handy if you're going through big documents. You can just quickly scroll and the electromagnet will disengage and it will roll freely. Now, next to that, we have my new Keychron K6. This keyboard is a wireless mechanical and I've chosen MX Reds. This keyboard's just replaced my Logitech G512 that had MX Blues. I'm certain you can hear them in my old videos, and that's why I've changed it to Reds because they're really quiet. Now, next to my audio interface, we have one of my best impulse buys, an Elgato Stream Deck. Now, I purchased this about a year ago and it's had so many more updates since. I use the Elgato Stream Deck as a shortcut from many of my programs, and as you can see, for Photoshop and InDesign I've created entire pages of custom commands. I will be doing a video on this in the future and how I use this deck to help my workflow. I also have a really cool tile on here that shows how many views I've got on YouTube, so when you guys watch a new video I get to see this go up during the day. It's really satisfying. Now on the second page I also have zoom controls for my university calls, and I have Philips Hue support that allows me to control my light straight from this keypad. Now leading onto the lighting, everything in this room is voice controlled using Google Home. Now you can see my bedside light in some of my videos, but what you can't see is my salt lamp that's next to my TV. Now both of these have normal plugs, but I have Tapo smart plugs that they're plugged into that allows me to control them with my voice. I'll also leave a link for this in the description because it's a really great way to make cheap lights smart. Now moving to the left of my monitor, we have a few of my sketchbooks from uni as well as my 2013 Mac Air. I also have a Huion Q11K. Now this is a wireless graphics tablet and it's so useful as I can just pull it out, use it when I need it and then slot it back. As you can probably tell, a lot of the tech on my desk is wireless. Now, I don't game or anything, so I'm not really bothered if there's a slight time delay. I use the setup for productivity. I still do a lot of model making and sketchbook work for university, so it's really handy to have everything move out the way quickly and efficiently. Finally, to the left of that, we have a few other lenses and my water bottles. Now, because I'm sitting at this desk a lot of the day, it's really important to remember to keep getting up, and I always make sure I have fruit and water on my desk that I can snack on during the day. Now I've got one more thing to show you, but that concludes the setup tour. Hopefully you guys found this video interesting and loved the setup as much as I did. Now, if you have anything you want to say, leave it in the comments. Please remember to like and subscribe, it really supports the channel. And here we go. Okay, turn off my PC.
Shutting down PC.
I'll catch you guys in another one.